What can you tease about what's in store for season 2?
Well, we just left our characters with their first meeting with the Horsemen of War.
Right.
And so I think he's going to feature pretty prominently in season 2, both as this terrifying character of war as well as Jeremy's son.
Well, one of the season 1 characters we kind of haven't gotten complete closure on is Nick. Nick Gonzalez's character. Is he going to be back in season 2, or is that kind of, with Captain Irving going away, is that going to be going away for a little bit as well too?
Yeah, we're going to have some shake-up in law enforcement. There have been a couple of deaths in the sheriff's department this year, 4 of them that we know of, and I think it's time for some new law and order, so I think we'll see some new faces.
Anything you can tease about the new faces?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say we love the idea of whoever has to take Phil Irving's shoes to be a woman. We've talked a lot about that and what that dynamic would be to throw into the mix with Abby and obviously how would Green react to this authority figure as a female, and you don't see it a lot either. So I think that's what's also been awesome about the show, both in casting and story, is trying to do things that you don't see on other shows.
Right, I mean, this show has definitely gotten a lot of rightful credit for being so diverse, for being so split with the genders, because, a lot of shows don't really showcase that. Is that really conscious in your mind as you do develop season 2?
Absolutely, and it's interesting, we're doing a couple of pilots right now for KO, and that's been because of the experience we've had with Sleepy Hollow, and because of the diversity in the audience, it's brought in the positive response, and it just opens up your eyes in a different way, and that's been really important as we cast these other shows too. So I think it's going to happen more and more. It has to. I mean, it's our country. It's what our country looks like.
Yeah. Well, we've definitely talked about how everyone's in a super, super, super bad place when the season let off. Who is in the worst place when the season picks up? Can you tease?
Yeah, I think it can only go from bad to worse. It's got to get worse before it can get better.
You're saying which characters
will be in the worst place?
All of them are in bad places, and all of them will be in worse places for a while. I think that we can't make it easy for them. I don't think I would be satisfied.
But I think if it were me, the worst place would be buried in a box underground. That has to be the worst place.
I don't know.
For me, that would be the worst place.
I think being in purgatory would be pretty crappy.
I mean, there's a lot of different definitions of hell, and they all kind of fit in there, for sure.
Definitely.
Well, given that so much of the season 1 was about finding Katrina and getting Katrina, and she was so quickly taken away when they were reunited in the finale, will season 2 kind of play out in a similar way with them still trying to find her again, or is that resolution going to come sooner versus later?
That's a great question.
I tried to ask a couple of good ones.
That is a topic of much discussion, actually.
I think that Crane's desire to be with his wife is something that was really strong in season 1 and will continue to be there. Until that's fulfilled, that's a missing part of his soul. And so I think that it's something that we're definitely going to play out after this season. Katrina is in our world now. She's no longer in purgatory, so we have to honor that too.